Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome in. We're going to be watching slash I'm going to be reacting to the unfortunate end of Faze Clan. And let's go ahead. They're still going to be successful under a new name or a new org or individually. And wishing them the very best. And that's on period. Yeah, they surely are. Shit, they surely are. But anywho, because they still stream. They streaming right now. Not together, but yeah, like y'all know what I mean. Shit, back so it's basically back to regularly scheduled programming. Shit. So yes, let's go ahead and dive on in. Period.
Is now so the Faze Clan experiment is now seemingly over, and this seems to be something that was brewing for a while now, because honestly since the summertime Faze Clan has just been going downhill, and it really all started back in July of 2025 when the CEO of the company Bank started getting into a lot of drama on social media because of his involvement within cryptocurrency. He was getting accused of doing a lot of crypto scams, a lot of crypto rug pulls, and because of all of those he started to face a lot of backlash. And with him being the CEO of Faze Clan, of course they started facing backlash from his actions as well, which ultimately caused Banks to step down as the CEO of Faze and lead the company completely.
And just wait until y'all see that crypto shit that they up to, twin. They got some cooking, twin. That's why all these trying to, hey bro, I ain't gonna say too much. I'ma just
I think I'm pretty sure a Bando is gonna play the clip. But it's crazy that the group, like the group Max and them, no, when did Max leave? Well, Silky and them, the Phase members, they basically pushed him out, voted him, quote unquote, pushed him out, voted him out, whatever. They suggested that he should leave Phase because, like, nigga, you're over Phase, you own Phase, or whatever, and you are attached to them, so you will make them look bad. And he said he was mad, he was emotional, which, okay, that's understandable. However, I don't remember if he said he understood it and shit. Like yes, nigga, you should understand. If he didn't say that, he should understand. If you're a real business person, you should understand that shit. You gotta go, nigga. You gotta go. Crypto scam and shit. Oh no. And caught in 4K, in 8K, in 18K on Aiden's live. Oh hell no. No.
laugh for right now, bro, because y'all don't get it. So I'ma just laugh, bro. But just remember what the I'm talking about, bro. Alright? That's all I'ma do. Is laugh.
Now, unfortunately, that wasn't the worst thing to happen for Faze during that time, because just 1 week later, things only continued to get worse as Blackboy Max, who was one of the most popular members of Faze Clan at the time, announced via Twitter that he was leaving. And at first, that whole situation was very vague. He didn't give much reasoning. It was very random. At the time, all Max really said was that he wanted to focus on himself and build up his own. Vague. He didn't give much reasoning. It was very random. At the time, all Max really said was that
I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy. Ron be having his moments when he be looking like I ain't gonna lie, that nigga be looking fine as shit sometimes.
he wanted to focus on himself and build up his own brand.
Y'all was hearing echo, my bad. But yes, I'm leaving Faze. Like I just said, I can't fully go into depth why I'm leaving Faze, but I am leaving and I'm ready to, embark on my journey and work the hardest I ever have in my career to do whatever I gotta do to make 5-star the biggest shit possible, make myself the biggest shit possible. Just keep working.
I don't own Faze. I don't own Faze, game. No ownership. I want to build something. If you're pussy hurt because you're mad that I want to build something for myself, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Because I'm still going to do it. And I'm going to make this 5-star shit the biggest shit ever. And me, the biggest shit ever. That don't mean I don't f with these. That don't mean I won't f with these. That don't mean I won't do shit with these. I love them. They're my boys.
Period.
But at the end of the day, bro, I'm going to do what I feel is right for me. And then when you see this shit work out down the line, you'll see what I mean. That's all I'm going to say.
Now, once this happened, many people thought FaZe Clan was finished. Some people even thought that this was going to lead to like a domino effect, which meant everyone was going to start leaving the clan after Max left. And now it's starting to seem like this is how that entire thing is going to pan out.
Exactly.
That Max left FaZe, I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Yep, and Dabo said it too. Period. Lord have mercy, girl.
I don't think so, bro. Nah, actually, I support my man's whatever he does. But for
Yep, that's right. He doesn't own FaZe. Max said he doesn't own FaZe and shit. He wanted to do his own thing, and it's a good thing he left too. The fuck? Cause this cause according to what Morgan said, girl, they done lost their minds. They done lost their minds. 20 bands a month to stay in that tiny house. I wonder how much the others was going to pay or started to pay or whatever. And shout out to Rage because bitch, he got his own motherfucking house. Rage said he got his own goddamn house. Even though he talked about it too, he did go to Miami and shit like that. But Miami. Yeah, he did go to Miami and shit, and he was out there with them for a little bit. But yeah, period. Shout out to Rage. The fuck, nigga got his own house, his own cars, own crib, his own dogs and shit.
FaZe, bro, it's like when one person leaves, chat, y'all ever seen? It's a domino effect, bro. Y'all know what I mean? When one nigga leaves, it becomes a domino effect. The whole crew gonna leave, bro. It's really just the truth. It's just the truth.
Months later,
right or wrong.
But still,
right or wrong.
Happened.
It's like a dynasty. When one nigga leaves, bro, it's gonna become a domino effect. Next gonna be blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. But you know.
Now, while that's looking like an all-time take right now, originally it didn't age that well because no one initially left the clan after Max left. In fact, if anything, FaZe continued to grow more and more after the departure of the two key members. You see, they still went on to do the annual FaZe Subathon, which took place in October, I believe, and that ended up doing amazing. Literally every single member of FaZe clan surpassed over 100,000 subscribers, which is something that's completely unheard of on Twitch for an entire organization to have over 100,000 subscribers each. And of course, with achieving a milestone like that, this also led to them once again winning Organization of the Year at the 2025 Streamer Awards.
I want to say thank you to anyone who voted for us. This year we did our second ever subathon where all of us reached 100,000 subscribers. We also managed to go down the list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 on the leaderboard for Twitch. Yes. So, and 1 million subs across the board of all FaZe Clan. Yes.
Oh, man. Hey, I've been a part of this for almost 15 years now, y'all, a part of FaZe, and I think I can confidently say, this is the most proud I've ever been of where FaZe is at. Everybody on the stage, I want to thank you guys so much for voting for us, for believing in us. It means so much to me. Thank you guys, and yeah, FaZe a up.
Now, after the Streamer Awards took place, this is where everything really started going downhill for everyone, but it's looking like FaZe has now got caught in this drama, despite not really getting into many problems at the actual Streamer Awards, other than India Love saying Adapt didn't deserve to win his Breakout Streamer of the Year award. But anyways, the events that unfolded after the awards show would be much more serious for FaZe Clan, because just a few weeks after the awards took place, FaZe officially announced the second annual FaZemas, which is supposed to be a thing where like every member of FaZe goes live every day all the way up till Christmas. This is something they started doing last holiday season and they plan to do it again this year. But you see, this FaZemas didn't go anywhere near as good as the FaZemas last year, because you see, as soon as the whole thing started, fans
The YouTube Music app can sense what you like from the moment you open the app. Try 1 month free.
began to notice some very weird behavior.
I'm fucking tired. I'm mad cause they zoomed in on
holiday season and they plan to do it again this year. But you see, this Fazemas didn't go anywhere near as good as the Fazemas last year, because you see, as soon as the whole thing started, fans began to notice.
Oh shit, who was that dressed as the Grinch? Damn. Oh shit. Without his face chain that he always wears. I'm tired, Lord have mercy. Well, that was a sign right there. And 3 days later, so 3 days later, they gave all of them except for Rug, Rage, and Kason, all of them gave Faze a swell Christmas gift, girl. A good old fashioned Christmas gift, girl. Of bitch, I quit. Oh my god, that was crazy, and they were so petty. I mean, bitch, I loved it though, but yes, baby, they were petty for that shit. Petty, 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 baby. Nigga, I quit. And then the next day, Kason and Rage, and I think Rug might have did it the next day also.
Very weird behavior going on with a few of the members. And this trend of like weird things going on continued for a few days, up until the point where some of the members didn't even finish doing the whole Fazemas streams. They stopped in the middle of it, which again everyone thought was very weird, but they didn't have any explanation as to why that was going on. There was all types of rumors and think pieces going around. People were saying that they had bought a new house. People were saying that they were leaving Faze. Honestly, people didn't have no idea what was truly going on. People was just guessing. It wasn't until all of the Faze members unfollowed Faze Banks on social media, that's what people began to realize that.
And bitch, I did not know that. I did not know that. No, Tino Shay, I believe I did see this video. Or he's just adding some stuff, half of this stuff from the other video. But yeah, I did not know that. I did not know they unfollowed him. Girl.
Maybe this Faze. Honestly, people didn't have no idea what was truly going on. People was just guessing. It wasn't until all of the
Lacey, Silky, Jason, and Ronaldo have just unfollowed Banks on Instagram, bitch.
Faze members unfollowed Faze Banks on social media, that's what people began to realize that maybe this new Faze project was starting to come to an end, which of course sparked all types of think pieces online.
Genuinely, here's what I think. I think that it was from the beginning, right? Nobody could get on the right terms. Nobody can get on the right terms. And both sides, right? Nobody could have, they didn't agree to what what the foundation was, right? So they bought Faze. I don't know who bought it. I think it's pretty easy. You guys can do your research. Here's what I think. Faze was bought, but then whoever bought it was like, yo, how do I get the money? Where's the money coming in at? How do I get the money? And I think that's the issue. There was no gain. But here's what I think needs to happen if I'm the Faze boys. You guys need to leave Faze, rebrand into a new group so you guys have equity of your own group, right? You guys need to have full on equity of your own group. Leave Faze, rebrand, and that's what you guys got to do.
Now, it turned out people were actually right. The quote-unquote new Faze clan as we knew it began coming to an end after 5 key members announced their departures via Twitter, which kind of had everyone shocked even with all of the drama that was going on. Honestly, I didn't really believe it at first. I thought after 5 key members...
Oh, Jesus. 2 hours ago, 54 minutes ago. Who did it first? I think Jason did it first. Like, all of them started to... Because it was on Jason DeWeen's YouTube channel and shit. What did it say? It said something like someone did it at like 4 p.m. Then the next one 5 p.m. Then someone did it at 6:01. I think that was Silky, and I was like, Silky, you was a minute late, nigga. And then the dad was a whole hour and 34 minutes late, if I remember correctly. That shit was like, that was funny to me. I don't think they intentionally did it like that, but shit, it was still funny to me. Silky 1.1. Yeah, girl. 5 key members, girl.
Announced their departures via Twitter, which kind of had everyone.
Even though Max Ben did it, Max did it first. Shout out to Max, girl. Shout out to Max. Just like a Aries being a leader child.
Shocked even with all of the drama that was going on. Honestly, I didn't really believe it at first. I thought it was a troll, maybe a promo for something. But when Adapt made his tweet announcing his departure, that's when it hit like, okay, this is a real thing. Because I don't even think Adapt would troll like this. As you guys know, Faze has been Adapt's entire life since he was like 16 years old. So for him to tweet and announce his departure, we all knew that this had to be something serious. As the day continued, more and more news started coming out. And obviously none of the people who left today further spoke on any of these situations because it was Christmas. I mean, this had to be the worst possible Christmas for Faze Banks ever.
Exactly.
Fortunately, Max did end up going live to finish off his final stream of his personal Christmas marathon, and this stream was titled The Truth. And in this stream, Max finally shared some information 5 months later about why he left FaZe Clan in the first place. Starting with some information that was shared earlier in the day by his cousin and former employee, I guess Morgan, also known as Fatboy Dip, who claimed Max had left FaZe Clan because they was trying to charge him 20% of his monthly revenue or $20,000 just to simply live in the guest house.
Like, I'll give you one part. Gang, you see that little townhouse? You see that little townhouse that Max was in? And Faze? They tried to make that pay 20 bands a month. What the fuck? Or give a percentage of myself. What the fuck?
Now, when Max started his stream, he did give a little bit more detail about all of these situations, stating that he originally started feeling the negative effects of FaZe Clan about a year ago during the first Phasemas, where they weren't able to do this group sponsorship, and because they didn't do this group sponsor, they had to get pulled from the house that they were streaming in, which left Max questioning how much control they really had over their own careers.
But we had a sponsor. There was a sponsor for that day, and didn't end up doing the sponsor. Game night. Yes, if you was there, you was there. Didn't end up doing the sponsor. There was difficulties with the sponsor. Yeah. After that happened, according to the assistants and staff of the creators, they said that FaZe has pulled everybody for the rest of the month and sent niggas home early. Right? This is the first time where in my head I went, how much control do we have here?
No tea, no shade. I keep hearing that saying they pulled everybody and sent everybody home early. Like, that was a little confusing. Let me listen to it one more time. So I'm guessing he sent... Okay, hold up.
After that happened, according to the assistants and staff of the creators, they said that FaZe has pulled everybody for the rest of the month and sent niggas home early.
So apparently sent the assistants and the staff home early, and the FaZe members, because he said he talked about it was a shoot, not a photo shoot. It was a hold up, damn bitch, what was it, bitch?
But we had a sponsor. There was a sponsor for that day, and didn't end up doing the sponsor. Game night. Yes, if you was there, you was there. Didn't end up doing the sponsor. There was difficulties with the sponsor. Yeah. After that happened, according to the assistants and staff of the creators.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's...
They said that FaZe has pulled everybody for the rest of the month and sent niggas home early. Right? This is the first time where in my head I went, how much control do we have here? And how much control do we have over us? If that makes sense.
Shortly thereafter, Max also talked about how he was forced to fire his current manager and hire some other manager of FaZe's choosing, which was extremely hard for Max because he had already planned so many things with his current manager, including his 365-day marathon that he was planning to do, which abruptly came to an end, and now we have a little bit more insight as to why.
Someone at FaZe had introduced me to my old manager, Brandon. Shout out, Brandon. Brandon had falling out
with person who introduced me. And person who introduced me tells me, according to my assistant and my creative director at the time, who were sitting in on all calls because they're on my team, tell me I have to fire my manager and get rid of him, or I can't be here. When
And that's some bullshit.
they're the person who introduced me.
The final nail in
So that doesn't make any sense. I guess they don't. I guess like y'all the person y'all introduced him to the manager first of all. Secondly, I guess the manager and whoever the team, the Faze team, whoever had a falling out or some type of shit, or a dispute over money or some type of shit.
the coffin for Max was when they tried to charge him this 20% of his revenue or the $20,000 just to live in his house. He stated that along with everything else that has just been building up made him feel kind of like a puppet, and that's what ultimately led to his decision to finally man up and leave.
Point of this is to tell y'all this. We had no control. There was no control. We're just like we're puppets. At least that's what it felt like. You get what I'm saying? Anything could happen at any moment. It come time, y'all know the whole war happened, etc. Right? And then we had Faze Camp. I'm not gonna lie, for the past like 2 months, I was on some shit like, damn, like, am I really gonna leave? Am I gonna stay? Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was like just on the fence with it because at the end of the day, but we don't own this shit. We don't, but we don't have control over our careers as much as we should have.
Now, unfortunately, Max couldn't go into much more detail than that because apparently he is still under contract and things like that. But people on the internet had already came to their conclusion of who to blame, and that person was no other than Faze Banks. People were spreading all types of rumors online about Banks, stating that he sold his stake in Faze for millions of dollars, and with him basically getting all of the blame, that originally caused him to put out a tweet stating that he had nothing to do with what was going on in Faze Clan because he left money.
Max laughed at that shit too, bitch. They all the Faze members need to laugh at that shit. Girl, I wonder when are their contracts expiring? Shit.
Ago, but he will also be willing to help do whatever it is that he could do to save the organization. And apparently there had to be a little bit of false information to this tweet because Max viewed it on stream and he apparently found it a little bit funny. Now obviously, and he apparently found it a little bit funny.
And who is that with the Pinocchio? I'm just focused on that Pinocchio nose. Colton, not Colton. Colton knows it's a damn lie. I don't even know who Colton is. He probably ain't even a part of Faze. He probably ain't. He might be an assistant. I don't know. Yeah.
Now, obviously, really no one on social media was buying this tweet from Banks. Everyone felt like with him being the CEO and leaving months ago, there had to be something behind the scenes that he had to do with it, especially after Max seemingly laughed at this tweet he put out, which I guess everyone felt like with him being the CEO and leaving months ago, there had to be something behind the scenes that he had to do with it, especially after Max seemingly laughed.
Girl, was he? It looked like he was simulating sucking dick just now, girl. Holding a dick in his mouth. Like, what? Okay.
That this tweet he put out, which I guess all led to Banks getting more and more hate throughout the night. And that all led to him dropping a 12-minute video on Twitter talking about everything that went wrong with this whole new Faze Clan experiment. To sum it up, for the entire 12 minutes, he basically called Faze Clan fake, stating that they were all faking their friendships for personal gain. He also went on to constantly state that they were all ungrateful and they didn't have any career going before they met him, and how he's now in $40 million worth of debt because of how much he invested into them in Faze Clan, which apparently he received nothing back for.
These guys would have never lived in a house together if it wasn't for me. These guys are all at minimum 10 times the size in terms of audience and platform now as before they joined Faze. These guys have all made millions and millions and millions of dollars in the last 2 years. And I'm here to tell you, as former Faze Banks, this was one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my entire life. I gave up my entire adult life to this. I have put myself in millions and millions and millions of dollars in debt. I have never made not one singular dollar outside of my salary. Yeah, I think Faze to acquire and all the costs for these guys' careers over the last 2 years, I think ballpark 40 million bucks. And I think probably collectively these guys have had to have probably made like 20 million in the last 2 years collectively, I would guess. And not $1 of that 20 million has ever gone back to Faze. Never mind me. Even if it did ever go back to Faze, that shit, it's not mine. Truthfully and honestly, I find you guys all to be incredibly.
That doesn't make sense to me. But whatever you say, shit. Because Morgan exposed you. You own pretty much approximately 75% of something. Horoscope, I think that's what it's called, Horoscope. And Horoscope owns Faze. That doesn't, you don't know how to, banks. When it comes to money and when it comes to finances, it seems like you need the most help possible. Because you're making the wrong decisions. You're signing the wrong paperwork. Nigga, I don't know. It's something, nigga. Because how the hell you win $40 million or more? Shit, that's if you're telling the truth. How the hell you win $40 million worth of debt? You better call somebody. What's that people? What's the people name? I don't know if they can help you. They can probably drop it down to 15 mil. Shit. Lord, what's the people name that's on those commercials? I ain't seen that commercial in a hot minute. Something about people, like some people were 100K. They had over 100 grand of debts, and they called the people and they dropped it down to like 4 grand. Someone had to pay 10 grand in debt, but they dropped it down in debts or whatever, but they dropped it down to like, I think maybe 800 and something. You better call those people. Bitch, I can't remember their name. Shit.
Ungrateful. I find you guys all to have insane egos, and I think it's disgusting and makes me sick to my stomach that your guys' relationships with each other and with every other streamer and your community included is so incredibly fake. You guys are the best actors on planet Earth, and you've made a complete career out of all of it.
Now, Banks did in this entire thing was saying that he is going live tomorrow to go into more detail, but to me, it seemed like Banks was so focused on reviving FaZe Clan that he never really had a plan intact to get a return on his investment. And after failing to get any of the members to agree to paying up a percentage of their revenue, it seems like he just tried to jump ship and sell his stake in the company for millions of dollars, possibly to help get himself out of debt. And the people he sold this thing to is probably looking for even more money than he was looking for, which is what probably all led to this Christmas Day disaster. But that's just my personal opinion. As you guys know, the only opinion that I really care about is y'all's opinion. So with that being said, be sure to comment down below and let me know, what do you think of this entire situation? Do you believe Banks had anything to do with this? Do you think FaZe Clan is in the wrong for not wanting to give up a percentage? What do you think is next for all of the members who left? Personally, I believe they're going to start their own organization just under a different name, but I'm very interested to hear what you guys think, so be sure to comment down below. And while you're at it, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join me on my journey to 25,000 subscribers. And while you're at it, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, be sure to give me a thumbs down. As you guys know, any feedback is good feedback to me, and as always, I appreciate all of the love and support, and I'll catch you boys and girls in the next banger, man.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
Oh Lord, I haven't seen American Dad in a hot ass minute, child. Shout out to Bando, period. But yeah, I don't believe 40 million or more in debt. Okay, nigga, whatever you say. Shit, but yeah, shout out to Bando. Shout out to the Faze. Well, shout out to the ex Faze niggas. Shit. Shit. Good. But yes, they're gonna be fine. As far as I know, Jason hasn't streamed, nor Silky hasn't streamed since. But pretty much, I think everyone else has pretty much. So, nigga, they're gonna be fine. Like, not surprised. Lacey and Ron have been streaming together, like do, playing games together, doing Discord calls and shit. Y'all know what I mean, and shit like that. So, hell, like I said, back to regularly scheduled programming. Shit. And Aiden, talking about Aiden, no one should take advice from Aiden. Aiden and Banks, racist motherfuckers. Both of them are racist hoes. Okay, all right. So yeah, I doubt they're going to form a new group. They could. I wouldn't. I'm not going to say they should, but they can. If they want to, they could. And however, yeah, they just they're good. In my opinion, they're good. They're obviously good, cause like the fuck, just what they're doing, what they did, what they're still doing. Cause no tea, no shade. It's not as if they're gonna lose any followers. Maybe they lost a few, but that's only a few. So them niggas are still good. Shit. But anywho, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. If y'all want to, like, comment, share, subscribe. And also remember to love and take care of yourselves. Mentally, verbally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Period.